Hi, today we're going to be taking some notes in our journals about air pressure and weather. I'd like you to turn to your table of contents and write a new title in. Air pressure and weather is that title. And then when you've done that, go ahead and turn to the page in your journal that you'd like to be writing those notes on. And as the title for that page, let's title it Air Pressure and Weather. When you have gotten to a point where you're ready to go on, please unpause your screencast and then you will go on and pause whenever you need. All right, friends, let's begin talking today about air pressure and weather. They partner together. Starting at the top of your journal notes there, let's put a heading of types of weather and then the characteristics of that weather. So when we're looking at weather, we classify basically as humans. We just say, well, we have good weather or we have bad weather. So we're going to make two columns in our journal. One that says happy weather, and we're going to put an H after it to help us remember H for happy. We're going to make a second column that says lousy weather. Remember, the word lousy means bad. So it's either good weather or bad weather. So the lousy weather heading is going to have an L after it. So those two memory devices will help us out. Under each column, let's begin talking about happy weather. So our happy weather with an H is brought on by high pressure. So high pressure systems typically will have happy, nice weather that is usually a cooler temperature. Remember, guys, it doesn't have to be a cold temperature. It just might be a cool temperature, cooler than it was the day before or several hours before. Also, happy weather is characterized by clear skies and usually sunshine. So happy weather, those are some characteristics of happy weather. So looking at the pictures that I have posted, see if you can determine which of those pictures would be considered happy weather. Let's go on to our column for lousy weather or bad weather. So lousy weather is typically associated with low pressure systems. So the air pressure in those locations will be low compared to what it was. They also, these weather systems also bring warmer temperatures. And remember, it might just be 5 degrees warmer. It might have been 30 degrees the day before and 35 degrees Fahrenheit today. That's considered warmer, even though you and I would consider that's kind of chilly. Lousy weather is also characterized by cloudy skies and typically some type of precipitation. Remember when you talked with your friends about the types of precipitation, you named several types. I've listed several there. Rain, snow, hail, and sleet. Pause your video when you need to write, and then we will go on. On the next screen, I'd like you to, we're going to play a little game, weather match game. I put some pictures on there and I've numbered each of those pictures for you. I'd like you to make two lists in your journal, a high pressure list and a low pressure list. Now let's remember what we know about high pressure. Remember in the classroom, we would say high pressure is when the air is pushing down. And we said what temperature air typically pushes down. Remember the kind of air that sinks versus the type of air that rises up. Low pressure air is when we took our hands, remember when we rose them up, that's when that air is rising. And remember the temperature of air that moves up or rises up. So I'd like you to make for the weather match game a high pressure and a low pressure heading in your journal. Then I'd like you to look at each of the pictures I've posted 1 through 9. And I want you to decide which heading that would go under as you're thinking about what type of picture you're looking at and what kind of weather you're looking at. So determine which number will go under which heading. And then when you come back to class, we're going to talk about what you categorized each to be. Let's go on to the next screen. On the next screen, I'd like you to draw these two pictures in your journal. When you come back to class, we're going to do some talking about what those pictures are doing. Notice we have a sunshine here. We have arrows going down, arrows coming to the middle, and arrows going out here. On this particular side, and and we also have an H. On this side, we have a cloud, and we have arrows going out. We have an L here at the bottom. We have arrows going toward the L, and then up, and then out. So number one, I'd like you to notice the shape that you see as the low pressure is occurring. And then on this one, I'd like you to notice the shape as the high pressure is occurring. I'd also like you to notice the color of each of those and determine in your mind, if you have colored pencils, that'd be great. Go ahead and do the H in blue and the L in red. And remember what those colors have to do with. And guys, that's the end. I hope you have a great day. The choice is yours. See you, bye.